Want to watch an alternative to Marvel's Thunderbolts this weekend? I've got you covered with a good one. A sequel to the cult classic The Accountant. Yes, today we are going to be reviewing the film The Accountant 2. Let's get into it. Hello, yes, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Tom Marshall. Today we are going to review the film The Accountant 2. So the first film was released about 8 years ago, around 2016, 17, around that sort of time. Was very popular among moviegoers around the time, but took a long time to make the sequel. From what I understand, a lot of people were really sort of asking for it. So they finally got this made, and the beauty of this film is that a lot of the people from the first film are returning. The director, Gavin O'Connor, is returning to direct the film, as well as Ben Affleck is starring as Christian Wolf once again. His brother, played by John Bernthal, who is playing Braxton. Also, J.K. Simmons is returning a little bit as Raymond King once again. Cynthia Ade Robinson is reprising her role as Agent Mary Beth Medina, who has now taken over the role that J.K. Simmons had in the first film. So the film starts off with Raymond King, who is now a private investigator and has now sort of retired from law enforcement, but no longer with the FBI, and is now basically a private investigator. He is currently working on a missing persons case and is having a meeting with somebody who could potentially help him. Now, this meeting goes south and Ray is killed at the meeting. This brings the attention to Agent Medina, who gets a call from the coroner's office and come down to identify the body. Now, as they are investigating the body as to what has happened, Raymond King has basically written on his arm, "Find the accountant." So she instantly knows who that person is and reaches out to Ben Affleck's character to come and help him out, as they have had a history in the past in the film. Agent Medina brings him in to help him out with her case. She gives him a brief of what intel she has gathered from Raymond King, and actually rents out the same house that he was staying in whilst he was investigating the missing persons case. She goes through all the intelligence that he has gathered, has it up on the wall, and tries to piece together the case that he was on. But it isn't until Christian Wolf pieces everything together in his mind, looks at specific patterns in the case, and realizes that it's all one entire case. All these tiny little cases that had been dotted around the place all actually comes together as one whole case. Christian Wolf soon realizes that this missing persons case is actually much bigger than first expected. Basically, it becomes a human trafficking case. So he enlists the help of his brother Braxton, who he hasn't seen for 8 years since the end of the last film. Braxton has built his own life and is a gun for hire and is working his own case in Berlin. He receives a call from his brother after 8 years and is abruptly asked to come to America in 24 hours and basically help him out with the case. Basically, they've got to try and survive and, hopefully find these missing people that Ray was actually investigating and bringing them home. So this film works on many, many levels. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun, a lot of great action sequences, really great shootout at the end of the film as well. Some very sort of great moments between the two brothers, which I thought was really good, that you never really sort of saw in the first film. This very much explores their family dynamic and the dynamic between the two brothers, which was really, really great. It was well written, well acted, well crafted film, very, very well shot, great stunts, great action, really, really good. What this film does really well is that it showcases the brothers' attributes very, very well. So, for example, Ben Affleck's character, Christian Wolf, he's basically trying to attempt to communicate a little bit better and become slightly more relatable to his brother, who finds it difficult to know what he's thinking and to know what he is thinking in his mind about him and his behavior. It also focuses more on his athletic ability and his tactical mind rather than his intellectual mind, as well as his ability with numbers, which is a different side of the character that we haven't seen. There is a really great scene where the brothers are out in a Western saloon type bar. Braxton is trying to get his brother to come out of his comfort zone a little bit and to sort of relate to him a little bit more. And Christian notices that on the dance floor they're basically line dancing, and he picks up on the patterns, eases into it like it's nothing. And his brother Braxton is actually quite shocked that he's able to do this and sees him as more of a human being rather than a sort of calculating numbers machine. It's a really sort of light-hearted moment between the two brothers, and Braxton has always been sort of jealous and always had that sort of sibling competitiveness with his older brother. And if you are a younger brother, you very much know this dynamic, and he's almost proud of his brother, as he's very much out of his comfort zone. He's interacting with other people around him, whereas people with autism find it quite difficult, that side of things. Social skills is social cues as well, can be very difficult, and so he's really sort of like championing him at this point, and it's a very heartwarming moment between the two brothers. That's where they really sort of connect, and they showcase that very, very well. There's a couple of great scenes. There's a scene where Braxton is actually on a mission in Berlin when he gets the call to aid his brother, and he takes the call. He's chatting to this woman in this apartment, and he is like, yeah, okay, I'll be down. Can you not tell it's me from the tone of my voice? It's really quite a funny exchange between the two brothers here. But he hangs up and he walks through the apartment, and knitted around the apartment are these dead bodies that he has killed. And the beauty of this is, like, a picture shows 1,000 words. So you don't necessarily have to have a scene where he's shooting the shit and beating everybody up all the time. It's sometimes, more impactful if something is more implied than actually seen on screen. And it's, you see him walking through the living room, the dining room, out into the main hallway, just dead bodies all over the place. And it really sort of, the audience member, makes you think of, like, how did he kill all these people? But I found that scene to be particularly great. And so there's a lot of great things to be said about this film. So another good thing about this film is that in the 8 years since the first film, most of the characters have leveled up. So, for example, Agent Medina, who was just a simple sort of special agent in the FBI finance department, she's now effectively running the entire department and is deputy head of the finance people of the FBI. Also, if you remember, at the end of the first film, you find out that Christian Wolf's AI system was actually a human being at the other end, a close friend of his who he met at this school for special needs children who have particular sort of disorders and things like that. And so as they were kids growing up, and you find out as part of their history, they came pretty close together. They were basically each other's support system, both in childhood, adolescence, and now in adulthood. It turns out she was also a computer genius. In the second film, she actually has her own company and her own team with all these other computer engineers with her as well. So she has developed this nice sort of company built around computer science, computer technology, and all that sort of stuff, but still remains Christian Wolf's close ally, support, and support system. So that's what I found was like really, really good. And also her company in certain circles is actually like really sort of well revered, as you find out when Medina is conducting her investigation into Ray King's murder. So, you know, they really do showcase the talents of everybody in this film. This film is very much about communication, about relatability, and about sibling rivalry and what it means to be brothers. Brothers would do for each other. So yeah, I certainly found it quite a relatable film. Being a younger brother myself, I certainly feel I'm more relatable to Braxton. Very, very good film, and definitely recommend this as an alternative to big Marvel film that's out at the minute, Thunderbolts. And yeah, it's definitely worth your while. I hope they make a third one. It's definitely room for a third film, and I hope they don't wait another 8 years for it to come out again, because yeah, this film was very good. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Please remember to like and subscribe to this channel, and I shall see you soon.